Carroll bringing it forward. Thompson's making the run. Carroll hangs on to it though. Still Davy Carroll. Could go all the way here. Oh, what a goal!
I don't know what it is that makes me love you so. I only know I never wanna let you go. 'Cause you started something, you see, that ever since we met you had a hold on me. It happens to be true. I only wanna be with you.
Hello, I'm Phil Catchpole and welcome to Ringing the Blues, the official Wycombe Wanderers podcast. And what a show we've got for you this week. Coming up, we've got all the action and reaction from the win against Blackpool at Adams Park on Saturday. Becks sits down with Harry Boys for Knowing Me, Knowing Blues. And we've got all of the action and reaction too from that wonderful day on Sunday, the March for Men for Prostate Cancer UK. But first, let's head to the Riviera Maya in Mexico for the full results with Uri.
We are ringing the blues from the Mayan Riviera. It's me, Uri, and I came to celebrate my birthday close to the Caribbean Sea. Hello from the tropics. Trivia, did you know that both Phil Catchpole and I share birthdays in the same month? We are Virgos, Virgo season. So, here are the results for League 1. Barnsley 2, Burton Albion 0, Derby County 1, Portsmouth 1, Exeter City 1, Cheltenham Town 0, Fleetwood Town 0, Oxford United 3, Lincoln City 1, Carlisle United 1, Peterborough United 1, Leyton Orient 1, Port Vale 1, Northampton Town 0, Reading 2, Bolton Wanderers 1, Shrewsbury Town 0, Bristol Rovers 2, Stevenage 1, Charlton Athletic 1, Wigan Athletic 2, Cambridge United 1, Wycombe Wanderers 2, Blackpool 0. It's a good winning streak for the Wycombe Wanderers. And Chairboy Spanish this week, as there were no sausage rolls for Joe Lowe on Saturday, but as I had a last week off, this week's Chairboy Spanish is sausage roll. So sausage roll, sausage, salchicha, salchicha, sausage, roll, rollo, rollo, sausage roll, rollo de salchicha. Hey, so and do you know how to say 45 in Spanish? Well, it's 40, 40, 5, 5, 40, 40, 5, 5. The cat is saying the number here. Yeah, and I'm just aside of a cascade in a cenote in the Mayan Riviera, also celebrating my birthday. Feliz cumpleaños, Phil Catchpole. Back to England with my amigo. Adios.
Happy birthday, Uri. Magnificent as ever. Enjoy your holiday. Right then, Wycombe Wanderers entertained the Tangerines at Adams Park on Saturday. Steve Brown joined us in the commentary box, and here's what happened. Farino into Scowen. Farino, right-footed cross. It's a really good one to Vokes. Great save, and Vokes on the follow-up. Sam Vokes opens his account for the season. Chris Farino put it on a plate, and Sam Vokes has gobbled it up at the second attempt. Wycombe Wanderers 1, Blackpool 0. What a start!
Yeah, a great goal from a set play. A lovely throw-in and the ball set for Chris Farina, whose delivery was in a really dangerous area, where it's great for Sam Vokes, who lives off and thrives off of those types of crosses to head in. A great save by the keeper, but he couldn't react. Sam Vokes was the first to react to put it into an empty net, but you know, the goalkeeper will be disappointed that his defenders weren't the first that ball.
McCleary once more on the right-hand side, working the channels. McCleary gets through one, he's into the area, goes for goal. Oh, and it just inches away from Boys. How have Wycombe not scored there? Gareth McCleary opening up Blackpool twice in a matter of minutes. Vincent Young is there in support. McCleary still on the ball. Finds the angle for the cross. Handling the back post, scores! What a start for the second half. And Brandon Hanlon, what a finish by him as well. His second goal of the season. The cross went to the back post. He hits it right-footed on the volley. The keeper with no chance. And it's Wycombe Wanderers 2, Blackpool 0. Norburn looking for Dougal. Dougal controls in the box. Low gets a touch. Boyzo gives it back to Dougal. And it's Rhodes. Great save! Max Strick palms it away and Farino stops the corner and clears. Ball into the box. Rhodes heads it down. Shot comes in. Great save again. Max Strick. Top draw from the Wycombe Wanderers keeper. Oh, that's lovely. Here is Hanlon now. He's onside. Hanlon, edge of the penalty area. Cuts back, finds Vincent Young again. Little 1-2 with Hanlon. That's lovely football. Looking for McCleary. Just lets it run over his toe. Beautiful stuff between Vincent Young and Hanlon. Wycombe Wanderers got their tails up here. No sign of the referee's whistle yet. Neil Hare.
That's it.
Then blows his whistle. Bang on cue. And Wycombe Wanderers, an excellent 2-0 victory at home on a Saturday. 3 consecutive wins in the league now, Steve. That's the sort of stuff that we need.
Yeah, delight for Matt. You know, he came in and at the start he didn't get the support from some of the fans and areas where people thought, you know, we should be doing better. But listen, he's a young manager. It takes time to get the team playing how you want to. He's been patient, and here they are. You know, 3 games unbeaten, having won 3 games back to back, and it's a great platform to build on. You know, got some exciting players like Brandon Hanlon today. Gareth McCleary in his twilight years having a great impact to the game. Had a little sort of cameo spell in about a 3-minute window where he created so many chances where we could have gone in at half time 3-0 up, but you know they stick it out. Like Sam Vokes gets his first goal of the season today, and you've got, you know, an excellent defender in Josh Lowe. You know, first time I've seen him, I think he's been impressive. He's a presence. Reminds me of a young Terry Evans, but with more ability with the ball at his feet. So, you know, listen, Matt's got a good group of players there, and I'm sure he's going to want to add to it when the January transfer window comes around.
Gaffer, 3 points, a sunny afternoon at Adams Park, the perfect day.
Absolutely. I thought that you know, it's this kind of day that you kind of you dream about a little bit. You know, I remember playing here in days like that where a nice home win, the crowd are singing, full of voice, the sun's shining, and I couldn't be more proud right now. I thought the way that we played, the support that the boys received from the supporters, yeah, I'm really, really proud right now. I'm bursting with pride at what we did today.
Talk us through the last 2 weeks, because obviously the international break afforded a bit more time at the training ground away from that matchday environment. Something you referred to as almost, for some of the lads, a second pre-season. Yeah,
we've worked. Yeah, take my word, we've worked. The boys have worked hard. They've been their input into the 2 weeks has been really, really top. The way they've applied themselves and the way they've worked. You know, some of them have played some games already, but they've worked, and we've tried to become more established in us in these 2 weeks, because like I said, we did have a really disjointed pre-season and people joining late, people missing with injury, and we felt like this was a good opportunity to really work on us. So we've worked on the training ground on the boys' application. I said to them in there, I just felt like today was the reward for that. Today was just an outcome of the work they've put in for 2 weeks, and like I say, I think that's where my pride comes from in terms of their endeavour and their input into those 2 weeks, and we saw it come out in the performance today.
And 3 consecutive league wins as well.
Yeah, it's obviously very pleasing, considering, you know, the first 2 games were not what we wanted, far from it, but we kept calm, we stayed calm. We knew that we had a group that was evolving, and by the same token, we're not going to get carried away now. You know, we're really pleased with 3 league wins in a row, but this group is still evolving. We've still got to iron out some bits and pieces, but if they keep applying themselves like I know they will, and the way they have done, yeah, we're hoping that we can keep getting stronger.
2 goals and a clean sheet as well, the all-important clean sheet. Could there have been more goals in that first half? We created some great chances.
Yeah, I've just been speaking to Brownie in the office. He just came in. He said, you must be disappointed you didn't come off 2 or 3-0 up at half-time, and I think he was probably right. I think we did enough first half to really feel that we could have come with a more established lead, but it's the game, isn't it? And then obviously coming out second half, and you know, a bit of magic from GMAC down the right-hand side, and Brand's getting the goal he deserved. I'm really chuffed for Vokesy and Brown today, you know, because obviously they've worked these 2 weeks, and today I thought their work out of possession was incredible. So 2 well-deserved goals, and it was nice to see.
And the shutout at the other end as well, Joe Low after international break as well, and Luke Leahy in a back 3. Yeah,
it was really, a couple of sleepless nights this week, I'll be honest. It was tough to know what to do at the back there, just because Joey's been away for, and he arrived Wednesday, missed training on Thursday because he was cooling down, and then so he's only done 1 day. Keezy's been immense for us this season and training the last couple of weeks. But we just felt that at Northampton we missed that balance of having a left footer on that left side of the back 3, and one of the reasons we were so keen on Luke Leahy in the summer was the fact that he's utility and he can adapt to different positions, and I thought his output today was great. So that was actually a really tough decision to know exactly what to do, but I feel like we got it right.
Good stuff. And the Walkers tomorrow from Wembley to Wycombe Wanderers, they will wake up with a spring in their step. Yeah,
they will. So hopefully that gets them on the way. Like I said, I really want to say thank you to the supporters for the way they've backed us, since we've been back here, me and my staff, and the reception today was really, really special. I won't forget that. I don't think there's anything nicer as a manager or as a player when I was here than hearing the terrace singing your name. So it's really special, those moments, and I just want to reassure everyone we're working as hard as we possibly can. That won't stop. We're really proud of the work we've done, but we want to keep moving forward and making sure we get better.
And on to Tuesday as well, because games are thick and fast. EFL Trophy, first game for Wycombe, Crystal Palace under 21s, under the lights at Adams Park. What's the message for the fans for that one?
Yeah, come along and support. I know that football costs a lot of money to support us these days, and I'm totally sort of understanding about that, and I know that it's extra money on top, but there will be some different faces on show. There'll be some different players. It'd be nice for Kieran Sadley to get some minutes. It'll be nice for Dale Taylor's coming back from his injury, get some minutes, and it'll be good for some of the other boys too. So we want to send out a strong team. I want to win the game, but it's also an opportunity to try and make sure everyone's up to speed, ready for the league games.
Folksy, first goal of the season for you, and a big 3 points at home for Wycombe.
Yes, yeah, big 3 points. And you giving me that goal, yeah. I wasn't sure if G might try and take it off me or not. But
we'll check on Tuesdays and make sure he hasn't phoned anyone.
Oh, right, okay. No, all jokes aside, it was good. It was good to get that win today. It's huge, big statement. We've had 2 big away wins in the last two games, so it was nice to come back home and get that win today.
What a cross from Chris Farino.
It was a great ball. I've said to Chris a few times, as soon as it gets rolled back, don't think twice and put the ball in the box, and he did it. It was a great ball in, and keeper managed to get a hand to it, but I was happy it fell to me after.
I was going to say the striker's instincts for the first one, but then also following in and being there for the rebound. Yeah,
of course. No, it was nice to get a great ball in from Chris, get my head on the first one, but keeper made a great save, and lucky to bounce on it in the end.
How important has the international break been as well? Because you had an injury hit sort of pre-season, so this couple of weeks, has that been helpful for you?
Yeah, I think personally it was huge 2 weeks. We had 2 good wins, obviously, but for myself personally, I missed a lot of pre-season and only really got back playing the week before the start of the season. So it was nice to give me that 2 weeks of hard work, and we've done a lot of work on and off the field over the last 2 weeks. It's been a great couple of weeks, as the gaffer mentioned in the dressing room beforehand, and I think it showed today. I think we looked strong in the performance, physically and as a team.
And talk us through the second goal, a real striker's finish from Brandon Hannon as well.
Yeah, delight for Brandon. It was a great finish, and it was straight into the second half. We were expecting a reaction from Blackpool, so that was nice for us to get that goal early on in the second half and just kind of nullify that their reaction, really.
And 7 games into the season now, it looks like Wycombe Wanderers really started to click.
Yeah, definitely. I think there was a lot of change over the summer. That was talked about a lot. Obviously, we had a slow start to the season with a couple of results, but we were still knitting together as a team, really. A few of us missed a lot of pre-season, new faces in the building. But I think especially this last couple of weeks with the international break, it's given us a chance to get together, work hard, and hopefully that will show in our show today, and hopefully that will show in our next few games. And from a team perspective, a clean sheet as well. No sausage roll for Joe Low today, but a clean sheet with him in the centre of that back 3. Yes, yeah, it was huge. He did well, but I think everyone in the crowd, special credit to Maxi today. We've not necessarily relied on him, but we know he's there when we need him. 2 great saves, and they're just as important as goals at the other end. So all credit to Maxi today in that nice, bright pink kit. He pulled off some great saves. The thoughts of Wycombe Wanderers manager Matt Bloomfield and striker Sam Vokes there after the final whistle against Blackpool. But what did the Tangerines fans make of the game? It's the opposition view. Alternative Seaside.
Well, I was looking forward to today after the 2-week break, but what an effing letdown. We came out in the second half and gave the game away almost immediately. And yes, we did improve, but nowhere near enough. I've been calling for new strikers for 2 years, as we simply can't put the ball in the net. But on that performance, we pretty much need a new team. Woeful.
Critch knows.
For the record, I don't want Critch gone and think he's a good coach. I also think his recruitment has been okay. But having said that, Critch needs to wake the hell up and realise this weird way of playing just isn't working. It's boring, the fans don't like it, it don't suit the players, and it just looks plain wrong. All over the pitch.
Bob Hatton.
Well, apart from the last 10 minutes, we were running around like headless chickens. No shape, defence stood looking at each other, and every time Wycombe got near our area, they looked like scoring. They could easily have been 3 or 4 up if they'd finished better.
Enzo.
We should have been hammered today. Wycombe were very wasteful. But I suppose Critchley will now come out and say we played well. I switched off after an hour. I just couldn't suffer anymore.
Polygon.
To think I could have done something useful this afternoon if I'd wanted to do a detailed inventory of the worms in my garden, or maybe count the lampposts on the prom. But no, instead I watched that crap. You don't get any football for 2 weeks, you look forward to Saturday afternoon, you keep checking updates to see if the team news is in, you plan your afternoon around a 3 o'clock kickoff, and then that crap. And for the 3rd consecutive Saturday, PNE are top of the championship.
Andy CW619.
Pathetic again. Wrong formation, and it needs to change. Wycombe were rubbish today, and we gave them 3 points. It's just not good enough. It's League One, for goodness sake. Play the best formation for the team you've got, not what your Liverpool coaching manual tells you.
Costero Poderoso.
I thought we were okay for the last half hour. And we could say that their first goal was clearly offside, and the Rhodes effort was definitely onside. And their second goal was just terrible defending all round. But even so, that glosses over some enormous tactical problems. I did think the subs gave us something extra, and their keeper did a good job of keeping us out when necessary, so it's not the end of the world. But I do question what his critchiness is actually trying to do. We're struggling to score, but our defensive organisation is shot as well.
JJ Paul.
Their first goal did look offside, and ours wasn't, but that's typical of the harmless officials we seem to get. For much of the second half, we were vastly better and looked far more in control and dangerous. We just couldn't finish to save our lives. Although we have to remember that Wycombe were happy to sit back by then, of course. But what are we doing starting games so poorly? Playing in weird ways and putting players in positions that they don't seem comfortable in. Clueless setup, and we've gifted poor goals and given ourselves a mountain to climb.
Dougal's double.
It's frustrating as hell watching this over-exaggerated possession football, which usually comes to nothing. It surely has to be tweaked for a more direct end result. Oh, what a ish league this is. And where are we? Effing 14th. Come on, Critch, rein it in with that inverted tactical nonsense and play players in their natural positions. We can still piss this league with our squad.
Remember, Les Shannon.
I wouldn't mind if I understood what the game plan was.
Disappointment then for the Tangerines fans. I hope it wasn't too long a journey home for you after that. We'll see you later on in the season. Later on in this show, we've got all the action and reaction from the March for Men on Sunday with Jeff Stelling and loads of others too. But first, let's head over to the sofas because our Becks has got Knowing Me, Knowing Blues with Harry Boys.
Harry, hello. Welcome to the sofa. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm not bad, actually. Are you ready to answer these questions?
I think so, yeah.
We've got some good ones for you today. So the fans have been sending in lots of questions specifically for you. So let's jump into it. First question is from Gab, who said, who's the funniest teammate in the dressing room?
Killian. Yeah, he's just different. he's different.
Has he got good jokes, or is he funny to laugh at or laugh with?
He's just one of them people, that are funny that
don't mean to be.
funny.
They're the best kind of people. Andy would like to know, what's your favourite cheese?
Pecorino.
Pecorino? Not the average cheddar then?
No.
Tony wants to know, favourite chocolate, white milk or dark chocolate?
I vary, but I'd say white.
White chocolate is the best. So good. Have you had the Lotus white chocolate?
No, I've not, no.
Oh my God, it's so good. You need to try it. It's wicked, wicked. Amy would like to know, what actor would you have play you in a film?
Bradley Cooper.
I feel like you've thought about that one before.
No, you're not. I watched Hangover yesterday.
Oh, did you?
He's top.
He's a good actor. Jack said, hi, Boise. Just wondering what your daily skincare routine is.
Just a bit of cocoa butter, that's all I use.
Cocoa butter. Very nice. Izzy said, your favourite band. Who's your favourite band?
Don't really listen to bands, to be honest.
What about just favourite artist?
Rod Wave.
Rod Wave. Who's that?
Listen to him, it's good.
Okay.
American.
What genre?
I don't know, it's more like it does more like, it's like rap but sing,
Right,
if you get what I mean.
I'll have a listen. Kyle said, Henderson's relish or Worcester sauce?
I don't like either.
What's Henderson's relish?
It's is it Sheffield? Love it, don't they? Yeah.
Big in Sheffield.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
It is, yeah.
Okay, it's a Sheffield favourite. I'm going to have to try that then. That's another one to add to my list. I've got to try Iron Brew and Henderson's
tried
relish.
Iron Brew?
No, never.
Iron Brew is unreal, isn't it?
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
See, I've heard mixed reviews,
No, it's so
but
good.
I'll give it a go. Johnny said, have you ever eaten a bacon badger?
No. Is it a bacon sandwich?
Not quite. It's a bacon badger is a pastry filled with chopped bacon, onion and potatoes.
I've never even heard of it, no.
That sounds like a bit of me, actually.
sounds nice, actually.
Apparently it's linked to Buckinghamshire. Luke, have you had one?
No.
No? I'm going to have to try one of those as well. That sounds good. Okay, this is a question we get every week. You might have heard of it before. This is from Dan. Would you rather fight a bear-sized duck or 10 duck-sized bears?
No, I just hit a one. Was that the first one, yeah?
The bear-sized duck? How are you approaching that, though? How are you going to take that duck down? It's massive.
Yeah, but 10 of them just biting at your ankles.
Yeah, but they're only small.
Yeah, but you don't know where they're coming from. They come from anywhere.
True, okay.
You know that's in front of you.
So you just want to take on that one massive duck, even though it's got a huge beak.
Yeah, just one behind it.
Tracy said, other than football, if you could be great at any Olympic sport, which would it be?
Wrestling.
Wrestling? Have you done wrestling before?
A little bit, but I don't know, it's different, isn't it?
And you think you could do it in the Olympics? Do you know what? My toxic
Like something
trait
else.
is I watch the Olympics and I think, yeah, I can do all of that. I could win gold in everything.
They all look quite easy, but...
Yeah, synchronised
they're not
swimming.
hard.
I'll do that.
That looks so tough. So hard.
Colin would like to know, how does being at Wycombe compare to the other clubs that you've been at?
I'd say it's a lot more family orientated here, which is
Everyone
good.
says that.
Yeah, it's real good. Yeah.
Wicked. Callum said, do you prefer... This is really random. Do you prefer big Scotch eggs or small ones?
Small ones.
Small ones, why? It's not the same, it's not actually
you
like
can just buy
egg.
them in the packet though, can't you?
Yeah, loads of mini
they're
ones.
nice. I've never had. I don't think I actually had a proper big one before.
I used to, when I was at school, I used to come home every day and have a big Scotch egg. It was like my favourite thing ever. Because it's got proper egg in it though.
And the little ones, they're nice.
They're easier, less hassle, just pop them in.
You should open it, take the top off and...
There we go. Nothing But Tea said, what's your favourite sandwich?
Ham and cheese. It's quite boring, isn't it?
Ham and cheese. That is a bit boring.
But
I've got to say, I think ham and cheese is my favourite as well.
the meal deal, the ham and cheese one's top.
There you go. Benjamin said, who's the toughest player that you've had to play against?
Ooh. Raksaki.
Yeah. What was so tough about it?
He was an inverted winger, but you can tell he's going to have a top career, Yeah, he's real good.
Owen said, you prefer the home or the away kit?
The home.
Home kit. Sean said, who's your best mate in the team?
I'd say Killian, to be fair.
Because he's funny.
I think I spend more time with Killian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got a player question of the week. So this is a new thing that we've started doing. Whoever's on the sofa the week before has to leave a question for the next person
really?
up.
Who was
So
the last person?
Joe Lowe was on the sofa last
So that
time.
could be anything as well, couldn't it?
He has asked, who would you rather raise a child with, Kane Vincent Young or Freddie Potts? Who would you rather raise a child with?
Kano.
Why?
Because he's...
What's he bringing to the table?
Nah, he's so sensible.
Sensible? So he'd be the sensible parent and
he'd
you'd be
a
the fun
very good
parent?
player.
Who's doing the nappy changes?
Oh, we're together?
Yeah, you got to raise the child
Oh my
together.
God. Nah, Kano. I think Kano still.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Kano.
That's it. That's all your questions.
Oh, perfect.
How was
Thank
it?
you. It was alright.
Good. Well done. Thank you for watching today's episode of Knowing Me, Knowing Blues. And as always, thank you for sending in your questions. And don't forget that if you've missed any of the previous episodes, you can catch up on Wanderers TV.
On Sunday, it was the Prostate Cancer UK March for Men, led by Jeff Stelling from Wembley Stadium to Adams Park. It was all done in the memory of Bill Turnbull. Before we get started on the big day, let's roll back the clock a few years to when Bill Turnbull first went public with his positive diagnosis for prostate cancer.
Above there are no stars tonight, just northern sky, reflected light upon your face. People think stars rule our lives, some people they think otherwise.
So Bill, back at Adams Park, it's raining, it's a grey afternoon. You wouldn't rather be anywhere else, would you?
Nowhere. I would rather be on a Saturday afternoon, especially with you beside me here in the commentary box.
That's very kind of you, Bill.
Yes.
It's been quite a week, hasn't it? The bake-off, the quartered cakes, and obviously the revelation of your illness. What's the reaction been from the Wycombe fans especially?
Well, just wandering around here, I could barely get in the gate before people started patting me on the back and wishing me well. It's been lovely, but I wouldn't expect any less, because when you come here, when I come in, I feel like I'm coming home. You know, you and I both been coming here for years, and it feels like when you're doing it that long, it's like you're part of a family. You know, lots of people say hello to me normally, but I've actually had people coming up especially and telling me about their family experiences, their own experiences with illness, but also just to wish me well, which is terrific and very moving.
I think it's touched a lot of people as well, especially with the encouraging people to go and get checked as well, and that's a really important message, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe GPs around Britain have been cursing me a little bit over the past few days because of the number of people who've been in touch saying I'm going to get tested, or make sure my husband goes and get tested. But the message is, you know, if you're worried, then you check out the symptoms with Prostate Cancer UK or Cancer Research UK. You can look it up, and if you have any of those symptoms, like problems with your waterworks, that sort of thing, or aches and pains that won't go away, then you can go to your doctor and say, well, this is what I've got, what do you think? And they will give you, with a bit of luck, they'll give you a test, and you can take it from there. And I think, you know, better to know that you've got a problem than to discover too late that you've got one, which is what happened in my case.
Indeed. The baking or dancing, Bill? You've tried both now after broadcasting.
Yes.
What do you reckon is the strongest suit?
Oh well, that's a tricky one, because we weren't sort of ranked really in the baking of the. I'm pretty certain I didn't come behind Roisin in that particular contest, but I'd say dancing was more fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
The quartered cupcakes were a real hit with Wycombe fans. Obviously, they could only see them, they couldn't taste them. But Hollywood is famously quite stern, but he was quite complimentary about them.
Yes, he liked. I think he liked my balls.
Well,
the little footballs he put on top. Said, I like the look of your balls. Said, you're not the first person to say that.
Well, on that bombshell, Bill, we wish you all the best. Good morning from Wembley Stadium. The March for Men, led by Jeff Stelling, in memory of our very own Bill Turnbull. 26 miles from here to the other home of football, Adams Park. It's going to be a great day. It's not raining yet, but the big challenge is we've all made it here for the start. It was an early doors start. But after Wycombe won yesterday, it was that little bit easier. Stay tuned for updates throughout the day.
3, 2, 1.
Right, we're on our way. Head of football operations, Tom Holder. He's left his fax machine at home. We're going to get to Adams Park. We reckon in about 10 hours' time. We're feeling good. We've got over the big hurdle, is that we've made it on time, which is great. Tom, how are we feeling?
Yeah, good. This is a longer shift than I do on transfer deadline day, to be honest. So it'll be interesting to see if I can get past 5-6 hours. But no, pumped, ready to go.
Right, it's not raining. We'll be back for later with more updates. We'll get some more Wycombe fans on as well. Come on, you Blues, get sponsoring as well. Right, we're early doors. Wycombe fan Alan. How are you feeling, Alan?
Great at the moment. I'll tell you in another 20 miles.
We're gonna breeze this. There's no worries.
No, looking forward to it, actually. All that work we've been putting in over the last 3 months. Just hope it works.
I'll tell you what, yesterday's win, little spring in our step today, I think.
You're not kidding, we were just talking about that. Matthew's doing a good job there. That's great.
Right, we'll see you at Adams Park.
Thank you.
If not before. Come on, you Blues, we're on our way. Here we go, Steve Cobb. Steve, we safely crossed the road then, was that okay?
Interesting. The lights were green for traffic and they told us to keep walking, so as I've got a day off today, we kept walking.
Remind everyone what you do at Adams Park.
I'm the club safety officer along with the safeguarding manager, so my two heads have definitely been turned off today. I'm definitely on a day off, but this is not the right way of spending a day off.
We seem to have stopped outside a pub, is that linked?
I don't think so, but I wish it was.
Steve, great to have you part of the Chairboys Army today. Lots of us out there today, isn't there? A lot of Wycombe fans.
Yeah, there's a lot of us here today.
Right, looking sprightly, see you in a few miles.
Yeah.
Right, you're joining us live from the Grand Union Canal. We've come through the back streets of Wembley, joined by Elizabeth and Ben. How are we doing, guys?
Yeah, really good.
Doing good.
Why are we doing this today?
To raise awareness of prostate cancer, very important cause, and to remember Bill.
Yeah, to remember Bill.
Lots of Wycombe family here today. It's good atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice actually.
Yeah, really great community feel. Loads of support. Loads of people beeping their horns in the cars. Lots of families waving at us from their houses, there's flats. It's really great.
Lots of Wycombe fans en route as well.
Yeah. Right, if Ben falls in the canal, are you getting him or me?
Both.
Not sure about that. Right, we'll be back later on with more news.
And so is Jeff Stelling's march from Wembley to Wycombe. It's in memory of Bill Turnbull, who of course sadly died last year. He was a huge fan of Wycombe Wanderers. Bill died from prostate cancer, and today all of the fundraising is going to Prostate Cancer UK. Well, joining me live now is a mate of mine, Phil Catchpole. He used to commentate on Wycombe games with Bill. Good morning to you, Phil.
Morning, Justin. How are you?
Very well. So very noisy in Northamptonshire for the half marathon. What time did the march start today at Wembley?
Right, we got to Wembley Stadium at 6:30 this morning for a bit of a bacon roll, cup of tea, chat with Jeff Stelling to pep up the troops. Then we hit the road at 7:30. And as you join us, mate, we've just arrived at the Crown Pub. Use the toilets. Apparently, just use the toilets. I'm not sure if we're allowed to take on any energy drinks.
I've got a funny feeling that these 26 miles, it could take you a week because you're going to be stopping at all the pubs, aren't you? Is that part of the plan, Phil?
Justin.
Yeah, I think so. So, started this morning very, very early. Jeff, of course, has done these marathons and walks before. He's raised over £1 million for prostate cancer, which is absolutely amazing. How many people are on this march today?
There's about between 400 and 500 of us today. Jeff, yeah, it's his 34th one today. Incredible effort from him. And really good advice as well in the week from Jeff about chafing. Something I never thought I'd be talking about with Jeff Stelling. But he was right. And everyone is now fully aware of chafing and walking for 10 hours, which is what we're all going to be doing today. And there's going to be no chafing here. It's going to be comfortable.
Phil, it happened to me once in New York. Because they said, don't bother getting the underground, don't bother getting a taxi, just walk. And I must admit, it was a very, very uncomfortable experience. I'm sure that people are really enjoying that story whilst they're having their breakfast. But look, you work with Bill, and Bill was one of those people I think that we all felt like we knew because he was just a fantastic broadcaster, a fantastic man. You actually got to work with him. What was Bill really like?
Bill was exactly as you think he was. He was exactly like the man on the red sofa. I remember the first time I ever met him, I was a little bit overawed because I was like, blimey, that's Bill off BBC Breakfast. And within 30 seconds, he was like my best mate because we were talking about the football. And Bill was just one of those guys. He hated the boardroom culture of football. He liked being in the bar. He liked being in the stand. And he loved being in the commentary box. And what he really loved to do after a game was go in the beer suite at Wycombe, have a pint, moan about the referees, moan about the substitutions, like everybody else. But he absolutely loved football. He loved the community side of it. And this is what is apparent today. Like, Bill's with us today. His spirit is very much in all of us today, getting us round. It's going to get tough later, I'm told, when we get to sort of mile 14, 15. But we know that we're going to do it because we've got Bill's belief and culture with us, and that's what's going to drive us on.
I'm going to say something really strange now, but it's just how I feel. When I was writing the cue for this story this morning, I had to kind of remind myself that Bill's no longer here, because although he died last year, it feels like he's still around. Does that make any sense whatsoever?
It absolutely does, because he lives on. He's got a wonderful media legacy in terms of all the clips and wonderful programmes he made, all those great Wycombe Wanderers broadcasts. The most famous night in our club's history at Wembley Stadium. You listen to the final whistle, you hear Bill Turnbull's voice in the background shouting "Chairboys." You know, he drove us over the line that night. He's driving us on today. Of course, he's still with us. His spirit lives on for all of us and everyone until we cure this horrible disease. And it's been wonderful this morning, mate. I've just bumped into a guy walking. Malk, he's a Leicester City season ticket holder. He's got prostate cancer. He's got 2 metal hips, and he's marching on like a true trooper. And he's going to do this today. And he's talking to me about making a prostate cancer walking football cup for Bill Turnbull. And then I was saying, well, why don't we get all these other teams involved? And then he was saying, oh, Mick Harford's got prostate cancer.
Yeah.
So I'm already thinking this time next year, Justin, what do you reckon? Luton v Wycombe, walking football, the Bill Turnbull Cup. What do you reckon?
It sounds absolutely amazing. And just by talking about prostate cancer on the radio, we know that somebody listening to this today will think, I must go and get checked. So all of these walks, these marathons, raising awareness, it goes without saying, Phil, by you and everybody else doing what you're doing today, you're helping to save lives. It's a fact.
That's the thing about Bill's legacy, is that we don't know how many people he saved by getting them to get early detection. And that's what's so wonderful about this. And it's about, that's why walking football's so great as well. Getting men over 50 together socially to talk to each other, to play competitive sport, even if it's walking football or whatever, talking to each other about their illnesses, their worries, their troubles in life, is a wonderful thing. And if prostate cancer can do that, and that's what it's doing today, then it's a massively powerful legacy. It's a legacy for Bill. It's a legacy for anybody that's lost anyone to this horrible disease. And hopefully every pound and every step today is a bit closer to curing it. And that's what we can all hope for.
And what about Bill's family? Are any of Bill's family on the walk with you as well today?
Yeah, Bill's son's on the walk, and Ceci, Bill's wife, cut the ribbon. She'll be at Adams Park later as well. And I can only imagine what they must feel looking at all of this. For their Bill, basically, for their Billy, as they call him. And, again, wonderful legacy for them. A year on, must be still so painful for them, obviously, but to see the legacy and the impact of Bill's life and what he's doing today must be wonderful for them too. But, he would have loved this. That's all I can say to you. He would absolutely have loved this, especially this pub stop.
Right, we've had a stop at a pub. Didn't go to the bar, it was just a toilet, I promise. I've got Jim and David here. Jim's a Southend United fan, and we've got David as well, who's a Gooner. Guys, why are we doing this walk today?
Yeah, well, as I said, I've been diagnosed with prostate cancer really low, and I'm doing it because I want to improve people's knowledge in my work, which is as I'm a postman, and they don't know about it because they've come up and said to me, what's a PSA test? And I'm trying to promote it as best I possibly can.
So you've got it, you've been diagnosed early?
Yes, I've got it, and it's been diagnosed early, yeah.
Well, David, all the best with your recovery on that, and good stuff today. Jim, let's get the elephant out of the room first. Southend United, mate. What's going on?
It's not great, is it? I think we've got 11 or 12 players for Tuesday.
You going to play?
I think they are looking for the people in the crowd come to support us now, and get on the bench.
Well, you're doing well today. Why are you doing this walk today, Jim?
So I'm doing it because I've had a dozen friends and family of mine who have all suffered with it, and a bit like David, just to make people aware of it, and people over 50 get themselves checked.
Well, we're having a good old time. We're having a chat about football and life, and we're seeing the sights of South Ruislip. Doesn't get better than that on a Sunday.
It's looking really nice today. Just need the sun to shine and we'll be all right, won't we?
David, you're asking for too much there.
Oh, yeah.
Right, no more rain. We're doing well. We're in South Ruislip. Motoring on. Come on, you Blues. We've made it to Hillingdon Athletic Stadium. Emphasis on the athletic. Calvin, how you doing, mate? We're halfway. How you feeling?
Not too bad, not too bad. Looking forward to the second half. And obviously it won't be sort of too hilly, fingers crossed.
Not too hilly?
I said hopefully it won't be too hilly. Hopefully it's using a nice route.
We'll see. What's your story for this? Why are you doing this walk, Calvin?
Obviously working at Wycombe Wanderers on a match day. Obviously got to know Bill a little bit, so obviously it's definitely in memory of him, and obviously I know a couple of other people that one have survived this horrible disease and one unfortunately that didn't, so it's in memory of those two as well, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Top work, Calvin. I'll see you at Adams Park for a beer.
You will do indeed, no problem. Thanks, Phil.
We're back on the road. We're just leaving Beaconsfield town. We've got a Wycombe Wanderers fan, Jeremy. Jeremy, you were with us on Ringing the Blues last Tuesday, telling us all about your training. How's it working out?
Well, still going.
How's it feeling?
That's all I'll say.
Are we going to make it?
Of course we are.
And what about this weather? It started to rain as we enter Buckinghamshire. What's that about?
It's rain. It's London. It's England.
How much money have you raised so far?
£1,000 apparently.
Just for you personally?
Yeah, a bit of our work backing, but yeah.
Fantastic. Sponsor everyone else as well. Over £200,000 has been raised by everyone so far. It's a great effort. It's raining. We don't care. We're on our way to the home of football, Adams Park. Come on, you Blues. It stopped raining. We're in beautiful Beaconsfield. And look who we bumped into. Hello, guys.
Hello. How you doing? You alright?
I'm good, yeah. Thanks for bringing the rain with you.
No, I'm from Blackburn, you know. It comes with me wherever I go, I think. So, no, brilliant to be here, you know. What a great day, and so many people, you know.
Wonderful to see loads of the Wycombe family and everyone getting behind Bill for this.
Yeah, and the only thing that feels weird for me is this. Like, this should be Wycombe Wanderers, surely, because we're walking to Wycombe, but... no, I wanted to represent QPR. I wanted to raise the profile. I have to say that don't credit me for the 26 miles. I've got two daughters who needed some things this morning, netball tournaments, university. I've joined them for the last 10 miles, but it's still a trek. These hills are coming in now, and it's been absolutely pouring down. But what a great cause! You know, I was with Jeff. 5, 6, 7 years ago maybe, when we did the one in London, the first one. I think it was about 100 people, 150 maybe. There's about 400 people here today, and obviously I've seen cardboard cutouts of David Robertson walking with us, you know, Alan Cecil, who's a big fan of promoting this, and obviously loads of people who knew Bill Turnbull, and probably that's the closest to my heart why I'm doing this, and just to raise awareness for everyone, you know. It's a great cause, but also a great chance to catch up with some old friends, you know, and see how Wycombe are doing, because it seems to be going pretty well. If we could have kept 11 players on the pitch yesterday, it would have been all right as well, but well done, Matt. Great result, and really great to see all the Wycombe people.
Right, it's stopping raining. Gaz is leading from the front now. This white coat's going to get dirty.
Come on, Phil, catch me up.
Sponsor, donate, you know where the links are. Come on, you Blues. Right, we've just walked up a very long hill in Beaconsfield. I've just bumped into Phil, and look at this old friendly face. Phil, why are you carrying a cardboard cutout of David Robertson, club legend?
Oh, he's a club legend. He's an unsung hero, in my opinion. Great club, great man. We slightly lost him in December 2021. We took this out to Wembley with us when we unfortunately lost in the playoff final against Sunderland. And when we saw that this march was from Wembley to Wycombe, we had to bring him home. So I've got a full-size cutout of him. It's a bit wet, broken. Upside down. He's coming back to Adams Park. So any more sponsorship that you can help with would be greatly received. Thank you.
Phil, that is superb. It's so lovely to see David Robertson's face again. So synonymous with the great times at Adams Park. Do what Phil says, get involved, get sponsored, and help us get to Adams Park as well. Come on, you Blues. We've reached civilization. We're near the Chair Metropolis. We're at Naves Beach Industrial Estate. It's not raining again yet, and I'm with Mike, hey Mike, and son Harry.
Hello.
Harry, we believe you might be the youngest member of the walking crew, is that right?
Maybe, yeah.
How old are you?
14.
How are you getting on?
Good.
What made you do this walk?
Saw it at Adams Park in March. I thought, give it a go.
Are you pleased you've done it?
Yeah, it's been good. It's good it ends at Wycombe as well.
And Mike, you're not quite as fresh-legged as Harry, but how are you getting on?
Yeah, good. It's going strong so far. It's refreshing rain. Gave us a second wind.
That's one word for it.
We've got the end in sight now.
I've never walked around the back of home base before. This is very exciting. Big Wycombe fans, you two, right?
He's the biggest fan.
How many games have you been to in your life, do you reckon?
Probably over 100, probably nearing 200 now.
Now, Wycombe Wanderers is always about defying the odds. Are we going to get promoted this season?
Of course.
Good
First
man.
place.
Well done today, boys. Raising money for a fantastic cause in memory of Bill Turnbull. Donate on all the links that have been on our sites today. We're nearly home. See you soon.
Yeah.
We're on the ride, the spiritual home of Wycombe Wanderers, of course. We're not far. Here's Alan Cecil. Alan, we're nearly there. How are you doing?
The feet have been better, but the spirit is willing and I'll get there.
You look fresh as a daisy. How's it been? I know you've been looking forward to this for a long time. How's this been today for you?
Very good, actually. Very emotional. To think that if we can do this, then, there's a lot more we can perhaps do, but I just want this to be worthwhile and to encourage people, men of all ages, when appropriate, to go and get tested. And let's save some lives if we can. So the money is great to raise, but the awareness is the important thing, that we make men aware of what they're entitled to have in terms of a test, and to do it sooner rather than later.
And where can men do this, Alan?
Well, there's a risk checker on the Prostate Cancer UK, or if you're over 50, go to your GP and don't take no for an answer. Ask for a PSA test. It may not be a perfect solution, but it gives you an indication that whether something needs further investigation. I was lucky. I want others to be lucky too.
Alan, great work today. We're nearly there, and there's a beer with our name on apparently at Adams Park.
Oh, right, OK. Matt Cecil's buying, is he? Good.
We understand, possibly 6:30 finish at Adams Park, possibly 6:30. See you there, guys. Come and support. OK, we've made it. We're on Hill Bottom Road. I've never been so pleased to see the industrial estate in my life. 12 hours after we registered at Wembley this morning, and it looks to be thousands of people here to greet us as well. Been an incredible day, met some amazing people, all with their own stories of prostate cancer, of family, friends, people suffering themselves, going through treatment, putting themselves through this walk today. We've raised over £200,000 at the last count, and Bill Turnbull would have absolutely loved every single minute of this today. Jeff Stelling leading from the front. Chris Kamara has been fantastic as well. Everyone on this walk has been fantastic. The atmosphere has been tremendous. Check out the Wycombe Wanderers website for the full film of the walk to capture the full emotional scenes as we all cross the line. A great time. After the walk, I caught up with Mark Bright and Gareth Ainsworth on the Adams Park pitch. Brighty, how you feeling?
Stiff, in a word. You should be as well. 26.2 miles. I found the second half easier than the first, and camaraderie was good. I mean, at the halfway stage, the rain came down, but when we managed it, and it's always a great feeling at the end. Like when you finish each one, it's a great feeling of achievement, and hopefully raising to £250,000. But I know they were on the way to that figure, and Jeff's done another.
Unbelievable Jeff, as they say. Someone had to say it, Brighty. Any memories, any particular standout moments, any stories that you learnt on the way round?
Oh, no, do you know what? Talking to some of the participants and just hearing their story, their journey. One guy had a big cardboard cutout of his dad, who used to be involved here at Wycombe, and he died a couple of years ago, just after their marriage, and just had a long talk, and he feels he's honouring his dad's sort of memory, and there's loads of different stories of people who've suffered, or parents or uncles and aunts. This is what it's all about: raising awareness and raising money as well.
Well done, mate.
Pleasure.
Good to see you here at Adams Park. Hello, stranger.
It's been a while. It felt good walking up that road. I used to drive up that road. I walked it today, and as Brighty says, it it was brilliant, you know, working with a lot of Wycombe people applauding us on the way. I found out off you actually, Phil, about the Rye and how Wycombe were there and where Logs Park exactly was. But more than that, you know, as Mark mentioned, you know, David Robertson, that was his cardboard cutout, who was director of football when I first took over as manager here, which is an amazing story. And Bill Turnbull and Bill's family were here, you know, and to at the end to welcome us in. These are the things that are real, you know. This is what's real. We're both in football, and obviously that's so passionate and means so much to so many. But you know, when it comes down to this sort of stuff, you know, this is truly serious. And awareness, a bit of cash, and a great day for everyone, you know, some real friends today. And like Brighty says, thank God that rain stopped, because that was coming down.
We've seen how much Bill means to everyone at Wycombe Wanderers down the years, especially today as well. What did he mean to you, Gareth? Because I know he was a big support.
Yeah, huge support, you know, and you don't realise that when you're, you know, I was nothing at Wycombe, you know, I came in as manager, I'd had a playing career, but someone like Bill Turnbull, this celebrity on the TV, was a Wycombe fan, and then almost comes and endorses you, going, come on, you're doing well. He doesn't realise what it does for you, you know, so I'll always have that memory of Bill. And then we're getting him back for doing media training with the boys, coming to every game, commentating with yourself, obviously, you know, some special memories for Bill. And again, if I saw a few people having, I'm working for this person on their back, I'd like to say I was working for both David and Bill today.
One last memory of Bill, the club's probably the most famous night in the club's history, is Soundtrack by Bill Turnbull. Cheer boys. Cheer boys. I hear it when I go to sleep at night.
Yeah, the Wembley day, yeah. I mean, that day, COVID obviously, and only I think we could have 10 representatives. I think we were getting people to be ball boys just to get in there. It was crazy. But Bill was one of the lucky 10. And to have him there that day, and for him to see the club that he loved achieve what it achieved that day was immense. And yeah, you've put that in my head now. I might be hearing that tonight.
And I also got to speak to the man behind all of these walks so far, Jeff Stelling. Jeff, we did it. How are you feeling?
Like you, knackered, tired, should I say, but happy, you know. Oh, and what a welcome. 34 marathons now. That was the best welcome of any of them. It was brilliant.
Wembley seems quite a long time ago, doesn't it? I know it's, 12 and a half hours ago when you briefed us all before, told us what to expect. It hasn't disappointed. Is this the best one you've done?
It's hard to quantify what the best is, but all I know is that Bill would have been proud of the turnout, first of all, for the walk, you know, and what wonderful people they are, you know, and it was an honour to spend so much time with them today, to hear their stories. And he would have been even more proud of his football club, as I say, with the people who came to welcome us into Adams Park. It's just incredible.
The stories on the route round were absolutely phenomenal. People in different stages of prostate cancer themselves, in memory of people who are sadly no longer with us, people who are fighting the disease now. Just the spirit of it. It seems that if we can bottle this spirit, surely we can beat this disease.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's any question about it. And we are gradually beating this disease. But, you know, one of the most touching moments for me was that halfway around, maybe just after halfway, a guy who was walking alongside me said, "How are you doing, Jeff? You okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?" And he just burst into tears. And his dad had died during COVID of prostate cancer, and he wasn't able to give him a proper send-off. And he said he'd been bottling it up. And now there was just a release of emotion. It was an incredible moment.
I felt Bill's spirit with us today at Wembley, because he was there when last time we were there when it was empty, when we won against Oxford, and I felt his spirit with us all the way round. That little Wycombe against the odds, you'll know this of Hartlepool as well. But we've all done it against the odds today, and we've done 26 miles. Not many of us did that much training, I'll admit. But what an achievement for, 450 people?
Yeah, it was absolutely astonishing. You know, it was brilliantly organised, I would say, throughout as well. And I think what Bill would have been really proud of was the fact that his son Will and his daughter-in-law Ellie both walked, both made it. They look fresh. I've just seen them. They look fresh as a daisy. I mean, they look like they've been for a walk in the park.
Well, we're not going to show your feet, Jeff. Not unless it's after the watershed. You said it's your 34th and your last one. Cammy told me you've been saying it's your last one for the last 20 times. Is it really your last?
Yeah, I think so. Look, I was determined it was going to be my last one up to the 33rd, but then Prostate Cancer UK approached me and said that Bill's family had asked whether I would lead one more march in his memory, and that was impossible to turn down. But that is almost certainly 34 and out. Almost certainly.
Almost.
Yeah, almost.
Is it if you see me in a pair of trainers again, you've got permission to shoot me, Lion?
Yeah, so, I mean, something like that. Look, I'm too old, and I said to the guys beforehand, when I first started doing these marathons, I was 6'5", and now I'm 5'7". It's worn me down. I'm going to disappear without trace soon.
Well, Jeff, on behalf of Wycombe Wanderers, on everyone who's been on these walks today and the previous 34 years, if it is your last one, thank you. Amazing. What you've done, the awareness, everything else, superb. But if it's not, we'll see you next year.
And I'd say as well, look, thanks to Wycombe Wanderers, because they have been incredibly hospitable right throughout the planning of this, and of course, arriving at Adams Park this evening. They've been absolutely brilliant.
Right, that's your lot for this week. If you did sponsor us, then many thanks. And if you didn't, then you still can. The links are up on the Prostate Cancer UK website. We'll be back next week. Come on, you Blues.